Well, I thought it'd be important to note that somehow Gideon always sucks me in. That didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. And I apologize. It's not the people on YouTube or anything. It's just that, and I'm not a weak person. It's just that all this stuff, you know, I'd rather be out there trying to do something about it than making a video. And this is the thing that I impress upon Gideon, that he needs to continue his channel without me. And I prefer to go out there and try and do something about what's going on actively. But anyways, my timing was probably bad since he just got out of ICU. In any event, I thought it'd be important to take a look at the famous deaths on April 19th. French Empress. I wonder how many of these people burned to death. Why were the Germans so damn smart? Oh, no offense, German. No offense, no offense. I just had to wonder out loud. I mean, the Italians, they have the art. They always seem to be, they also seem to be pretty damn smart in the past. Sorry, no offense, Italians. All these famous deaths so long ago. They even put a mistress in here, Elizabeth Villers, excuse me, mistress of William III of England. What a bunch of diabolical demons they are. And you know, the people in England, they think the world has saved the Queen and the royals, and they all flop all over them. Make me want to throw up. They're just as demonic as the rest of them. Oh, look at Lloyd Byron. We all know who Lloyd Byron is. John Jacques Lottery, Rome Catholic Bishop of Montreal. I wonder how many of these are Masons too. Keep showing them ugly damn teeth in a William Henry Havergal, composer, dies at 77. Oh, look, the Tory party was way back then. His name is Disrael. Like Pissrael with a D. Charles Darwin. The biggest fraud, well, the biggest fraud next to Einstein and Elon Musk and Zuckerberg. And what's the other one's name? The one that runs Amazon. They couldn't think their way out of a shit house. Their companies were handed to them by the government and funded by the government. Money funneled through corporations, etc. And that's one of the biggest reasons they let Obama get away with that, because the U.S. and the others before Trump, who supported evil Israel, That's how they funneled money. And you're still, you, and the American taxpayers are still paying the descendants, all of the descendants of the people, which is there were only 6,000 Jews that died. Census records don't lie. But the offspring of the people who allegedly died in the holy hoax campfires in Germany, Americans have been paying their offspring and their offspring and their offspring and their offspring. And Clinton passed that slush fund for Israel's children back in the 90s. And the group I was with, we campaigned against it. And, you know, even when I made a call, because our family lost about 100 acres in Italy. So I called and I asked for it back. And the guy says, oh, this is the government. Oh, we have to draw the line somewhere. I said, you began and ended the line with one people. How's that drawing the line? I want my 100 acres back and my gold back that you stole from my grandparents. Of course, that didn't go anywhere except for he put me on a list that has been a pain in my ass for since then, all my life with stupid shit happening to me. Anyways, I think you get the idea. Like, look at all these people who died on April 19th. But if we look forward, let's see what went on. Where's that day at? You're making you dizzy? Sorry. You go here and you look at events. Sometimes they don't put all the events in. They put the unproven mythical is what they call mythical events that the Hebrews or the Jews talk about. And there's never any documentation in history to find that. And what you find now, and Gideon and others have warned about, that crap that they're finding out in the Antarctica and the new archaeological finds and all that baloney. He predicted that years ago. He said it was going to come out, and it's just that these Rockefellers and Rothschilds that were allowed to steal the people's wealth, and you know, they still get money from our taxes because they're overlords, and they keep getting richer day by day. But in any event, what was I going to say? They still get a part of our tax dollars. They get to steal from us, and when you're stupid enough to leave your money in the bank, and the bank's shut down, they're going to steal all your money and say they had no record of what you have and let you starve to death. Because they're as evil as they come. And if there's anything that I want to push is that we need to demand their arrest, because they definitely have enough reason to arrest them. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, Soros, Gates, Obama, Bush, and the like. There's so many, you know, Zuckerberg. I mean, just look at Zuckerberg. He's selling everybody out in front of him, and in front of the American faces and the European faces, and laughing about it with all those breaches. That's a bunch of shit. That's a bunch of lie. They're purposely breached, and they're giving that information all about you, all about your daughters and sons, and all their activities throughout the day for when they leave the prisoners loose because of a some kind of stupid disaster or EMP attack, which is going to be either Israel or our own U.S. military attacking us. They're going to let all the prisoners go, and all the prisoners have all your information, even your credit card. And they're going to fund themselves to a certain extent to go out and rape, kill, and murder on a massive scale. And your children have put their lives on the Facebook, along with you putting your account numbers and your credit card numbers, and they've all been breached several times with Facebook. So you didn't take the warnings and you're still stupid enough to have it on there. Well, you get what you deserve, but your children don't. So you need to spy on your kids if you have to, and talk to them about posting their activities. You know, girls are going to meet up at the coffee shop or the mall at this X time at X date, and they post it. You know, these felons will have that information and access because the data breaches were on purpose. And also, of course, Zuckerberg gives all the information to Israel. Now, what you have to realize about the IDF is they truly believe, just like most Israelis, what the Talmud says is that Jews are the only humans. All non-Jews are not human. So it's nothing for them to kill another human being because they consider you not human. You should read the Talmud. It's the most evil, horrifying book that you could ever read. The Torah is the same. It's just incredibly. Not only is it racist, it's evil, and it should never even be called a religion. I mean, they like to point out Islam, but let me point out this about Islam. The Talmud came first, and it said that all non-Jews must be killed. And that was before, what's that book, Quran? The Quran was out. So, the Quran just put a retaliatory blurb in there that they need to kill the Jews. And see, that's from the beginning of time. So when the Jews said kill all non-Jews. And they would openly call, just like today, they openly call black folks the N-word. That was another reason why I couldn't stand it anymore, because the cover-up with YouTube, catching Israelis all the time just calling black folks the N-word and saying the black man looks at them with rape in their eyes. And, you know, it's just so offensive to me. You know, for obvious reasons, it's offensive to me. Anyways, look at all that important stuff that went on the 19th. I'm sure the 20th through May 2nd has a lot too.